Hello, this is Robert Bob Humid from the Frankfurt Music Fair. I'm presenting Samplitude Pro 11. I'm a producer from Cologne originally, and I work with this software like really ages and grew up a little bit with it, and I've seen a lot of changes in this program. I will try to be a little bit brief and quick. There's really a lot to say about this software, but it's just not time enough in 5 minutes maybe. But basically it's a DAW, so it's a sequencer and hardware recording system like everybody knows with other systems, but it has one big difference, which is an outstanding feature, which is the object-oriented editing. So I can show you just a few things. We have the object editing capability means that I can, instead of just mixing things in tracks or buses, which I can do, like in every other DAW or digital hardware recording situation, I also have object synths, which are different to VST synths, and also I can edit non-destructively in objects. I will try just first, I'm showing the object synth. So we have a beat. This beat basically, when I can zoom in, is a pattern which is played from this object synth. This object synth is not a VST plugin. It's a bit different. You can see it when I play it, where it just simply can make this pattern shorter or longer. And it will always repeat this loop, which is defined here. So you see it like it's looping. If I'm now making an edit here, I get a second pattern automatically. So now I can just make changes in the second pattern. Just play it from the beginning so you can hear the first pattern, then I made a cut, so it generates a pattern, and then I go on editing and arrange it in the second one. This is a very quick way of arranging music and making beats without even touching a MIDI editor. But you also have I have an audio recording here, which I can also use in object editing mode. So if I want to make a transition, I can just make a cut and I have a crossfade automatically. These two different objects which are now exist, I can give totally different parameters, like a fully parametric 4-band EQ, or I can put plugins, VST plugins, or even the onboard stuff. I just prepared a little bit of transition here. You can hear the bass here, the bass guitar. It will, oh, it's now looping, sorry. This is cut into different parts, so they are called objects. And in this last part, I put a vandal, which is a guitar amp. So it's playing the same audio file, which is a new object synth, just because I made a cut, and I can place plugins there. Which basically means I can mix object-oriented. Also means that I have a lot of things that I can do with very little space, like not using so many tracks and channels. So Samplitude is unlimited to channels, but this object-oriented thing is something that you find very extremely pleasing, comfortable when you are doing producing sound design for movies, adjusting audio on movies, or for example when you're doing a production for a radio play or things like this, where you easily have 1,000 tracks within another system which is not object-oriented. We also have synthesizers in Samplitude. Just showing this because you can see a normal VST plugin playing, but this is an onboard synthesizer which is just within the bundle. It's basically two oscillator synths with a very complex modulation matrix. I can show you some like routing LFOs on different things like FM or panorama or step sequencer. Okay, that's just a brief look into Samplitude. There's just much more, but in this short time, I hope you get an impression of it. Thank you.